Why, hello there. It's Eat My Diction. And I'm doing another serious, real talk type commentary thingamabob. I haven't done one since I talked about stress, because I really haven't thought of anything particularly, interesting to talk about, I guess. And you're seeing some Halo 4 footage, some really horrible Halo 4 footage. We lose pretty badly, spoiler alert, but who gives a shit? It's a fucking video game. So I want to talk about high school. And I'm not gonna break any new ground here or blow the doors off, reveal any fucking trade secrets or some shit. I mean, I'm kind of regurgitating shit here, but I figured people probably want to know what I have to say. Kind of, maybe. I don't know. But I didn't actually go to a traditional high school, like a public high school. I went to a private alternative school. It's called an alternative school. Basically, it was run by ex-hippies, and we could swear and call our teachers by their first names, and we learned a lot more rad stuff than you would ever learn in public high school. Like, I had a David Lynch class my first semester there. There was a Feng Shui class. Feng Shui, that thing. There's random shit, and our drama program was amazing. That's how I got to be comfortable in front of the camera and acting and stuff like that, was by doing these plays. And we do fucked up shit. Like, well, I wasn't there the year they did this, but they did 1984 as a stage production. I watched it. They, like, taped it, and I watched it. It was amazing. They even got live rats for the torture scene at the end. It was incredible. Like, it was really cool, especially for, like, these are, like, 15, 16-year-old kids acting in this thing, and they're being put through all this, like, horrible shit. But that's beside the point. Most of you are going to public high school, and public high school fucking blows. Just all around fucking blows, and it's because children, teenagers in particular, are self-righteous, idiotic, naive pieces of shit who think they deserve more from the world than they actually do. And that's pretty much the truth of it. I know it's a generalization, but the reason kids don't like high school is because of these particular kids who think they're entitled to more than they really are and will step on anyone's shoes to get it. And they get off on punishing other people just for being who they are. It fucking happens. It sucks, and it's not fair, no doubt about it. But it happens, and so kids get depressed. They turn emo, and they cut themselves, and they sulk in their dark rooms, listening to fucking morbid music and shit, thinking that the world has nothing to offer them, and they're hopeless. There's no hope at the end of the tunnel, or light at the end of the tunnel, whatever you want to fucking call it. But it's just not true. It's not. High school is 4 years, and that's like, and there's not a lot of people just tell you that, I guess, or you don't ask the right questions to learn that. It's 4 fucking years. Sure, it may seem like the longest 4 years of your life, but it's 4 fucking years that are never gonna matter. The only thing you're gonna get out of it, and the thing you should focus on getting out of it, is education. Like, learn some shit, because once you're done, like, you're part of the real world, okay? And you've got to make decisions for yourself and be responsible for your actions. And once you get to that point, when you turn, like, 18 and you're graduating, it's just like there's something that clicks in your head and you realize all the bullshit you put up with, all the bullies and narcissists and fucking assholes in high school don't mean shit, and they never fucking did. They don't mean a goddamn thing. While they're wasting their time getting drunk and smoking pot and not coming to class on time and fucking not doing their lessons, they're the ones that aren't going to succeed in life, and you are. So you can always feel happy about that. And that's, honestly, that's all that really matters. Like, those people are going to have 4 years of, like, getting off and on torturing people that they feel are weaker than them. But once they actually enter the real world, they're going to find out that not everyone puts up with that shit. And they're going to get a bottle cracked against their face at a bar somewhere and learn a hard lesson about being nice to people and how it pays off in the end. So I guess that's kind of the lesson I want to teach you guys. And again, this is coming from no actual public high school experience, but I did have a public intermediate school. This is where this is coming from, because things did not change. I know that for a fact. I went to an intermediate school that was public, and it was like there were 3 elementary schools in my town, and they're all completely different parts of our town. So the kids before that, like up until 5th grade, 6th grade, they never intermingled. We rarely ever saw each other except for at like you know, OYA like baseball games and like sports and stuff, you know, where we'd have teams pitted against each other. And so generally that just made us rivals, if anything. So when we finally were meshed together in this fucking school, you know, in 6th grade, it was like really difficult to make new friends because we were all from competing schools when it came to sports, and sports was a big deal in my town. Even though I stopped doing sports when I was like 8 or 9. And so, like, I was there for 3 years, and it fucking sucked. You know, I was an outcast. I got picked on because I started gaining weight when I hit puberty. Although there were cliques. The cliques existed even when, you know, we were fucking tiny little 12-year-olds. There were the fucking preppy kids, the popular kids, the jocks, the fucking emos, the burnouts. Like, it all existed way before high school. And I kind of, like, I always, like, had a fantasy of making a movie about this, like, the truth about intermediate school and how it's, like, pretty much just, like the midget version of high school, with just, it's the same shit, just tinier people that are a little bit younger, you know, and their balls haven't dropped, maybe, and that's all that's fucking different. So when I'm telling you all this shit about high school, it's like, it didn't, like, I'm telling it from an intermediate experience, but it wouldn't have changed if I went to a public school. It would have been the same fucking shit. I would have still been a fat kid that no one liked, and I would have felt sorry for myself, and I would have felt, you know, like, picked on and tortured, and the world was against me, and it just wasn't true, because I had friends. I had plenty of friends. I had one truly good friend who stuck with me after I left the public school, and he went on to high school and stuff. We still remained great friends up until, like, after high school. We kind of lost touch with each other. He's living somewhere else. He's doing, like, politics and shit. We both, like, came together as friends because we had a love for filmmaking, and we made these goofy fucking short films all the time at my house and stuff, and that's where we, like, became good friends. But, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of getting off topic here, but the bottom line is that high school, like, the social aspects of high school is bullshit. Sometimes you're gonna get teachers who are assholes, too, but quite frankly, I mean, more often than not, you're going to think they're being unfair to you, but they're really just frustrated because you're all a bunch of fucking assholes to your teachers, and you give them shit that they don't deserve, because teaching's not a fun job. My mom was a teacher until she retired. In fact, she's retired now, and she goes down to my old elementary school to volunteer in the kindergarten class. I guess that's easier than, because she taught art and history at a middle school, and she was fucking, I mean, she loved it for the most part, but after, like, Schwarzenegger cut a bunch of funding for teachers, and she went from being an art teacher to a fucking art/history teacher, and it was just like, she was miserable when she had to do that, because she just wanted to do art. She wanted to teach kids how to, you know, make art, do pottery and shit like that. She didn't give a shit about Chinese history and all that stuff, but she was kind of forced into it. And so just keep in mind, if you're giving your teachers shit because you think that they're being unfair with you, their jobs are not fun. They really aren't. Like, they may be passionate about it and go home every day feeling good because they feel like they're reaching kids and they're teaching them something and they're changing their lives and shaping them for the better. But at the end of the day, they don't get paid nearly enough. Their hours are shit, and they have to deal with those narcissists that I talked about earlier, who think that the world owes them something when it doesn't. I don't know. Have I really gone over everything? It sucks. It's going to suck. I mean, if you're younger, like if you're watching this and you're about to be in high school, it's probably gonna suck for you. And I mean, and I'm not saying that in like a give up kind of sense. Just realize that there's gonna be shitty social aspects to it, but you can control that. And a lot of kids think that they can't because they're too shy, they're too self-conscious, or they feel like they don't have anything to offer people. But you do. You totally do. And in the grand scheme of things, you're going to be going to a school with over 1,000 kids in it. There's bound to be fucking at least 8 of them who want to be your best friend. All you got to do is try. And, you know, figure out what works for you. Do extracurricular activities, too. Those are really fun. Like, go to drama class or, you know, I don't know, politics. They have political. The Model UN, I hear, is really fun. Debate class is cool. See, I never got any of that shit. We didn't have that because my school was too small for, like, we couldn't even have a prom. There's only, like, 40 kids. But, yeah, that's pretty much all there is that I have to say about this. Hopefully I made a difference, and hopefully I didn't scare you. I'm just trying to be honest, and that's the truth that I know. So, hopefully you enjoyed this commentary. Thank you very much for watching. I don't know if I actually deal with it in the best way. A lot of the time I'll just end up drinking, not like an alcoholic drinking. I know that's what alcoholics would probably say in this situation. But, you know.